Hi guys, I'm Anna Marta, I'm with Surrey, and today I'm going to teach you how to make Japanese inspired fans. Okay, we have two types of fans today because one is a little bit more tricky than the other one. So this guy is a tricky one. This one is the easier one. So let's start with the tricky one first. So what you're going to need for this one is a piece of paper. I am using a stamp tool, so I've made a stamp out of a milk bottle lid and a cork just to help me stamp it a bit easier, and some glue stick, and if you still have some of those ice cream sticks, let's use some of those as well. Then you'll need some paint, a paintbrush, and a little pot of water. Cool, so first things first, we need to get the right shade of pink because we will be making Japanese cherry blossoms, and they're usually a very light pink. So I have my white there, and all I want is to get a smidge of pink. So I'm just gonna get it straight from the tube. Now that that's done, I can put it to the side. I'm just gonna mix it all together with my white. Lovely. I'm gonna get a bit of water in there just to make it more nice and flowy. Okay, then I'm gonna get my stamp. I don't really have enough paint to get it in there, but if you do have like a nice paint pot that you can dip your stamps into, feel free to use that. I'm just gonna paint my stamp with the paintbrush, and then I'm gonna use the stamp on my paper to stamp it on. And the milk carton lid has a cool effect like that, so you see, kind of gives it a bit of a more flowery look. And I'm gonna do that a couple of times. As I use my stamp, the paint will fade, so parts of it will be less defined, but that gives it a nice tone overall. Just really helps with the composition. So I'm just gonna keep on stamping. I'm gonna try to cover the page. You don't need to cover the whole page with the stamps, but it would be nice to get enough, like a nice diagonal, I guess. So you see my flowers are going across the page downwards. It's nice to just have enough flowers across the page, because when we fold it up for our fan, it will make a nice game of hide and go seek in a way. There we go. So we're stamping. We're nearly done with all of this stamping. We got a little bit more paint. I'm gonna do a few over here. And a few at the top. Whoops, there we go. So you see, I've just joined these two together with some normal stick glue, but that was actually quite difficult because it took me a really long time to get it to dry, and it's not going to stay for a very long time. So what I'd recommend is, if you have any white glue or PVA glue at home, ask an adult to help you put these together and just hold on tight for as long as you can. Let's say about a minute. Make sure that the adult is the one that's doing the holding, and then once it's nice and dry, you can use it as a stamp. And the fact that the cork is here just gives it a bit more support and makes it easier, because otherwise this is quite small. Right, so we have stamped our flowers all over the page, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little detail in the middle. So I'm just going to get my tube, I'm going to clean my brush very quickly, and I'm literally just going to get some of the paint out of the tube, just dab it in, and do a little dot in the middle like that. So instead of yellow, I'm using pink because I think it looks nicer today, and that's my mood. I'm just going to literally give it a little dot in the middle like so. I'm nearly done. I'm going to try to get every single flower. If you're just happy to leave your flower stamps the way they are, please feel free to leave them as they were. I just want to give a little more depth to mine. So this is what we have. Well, look, see, so we've done the stamp, and then we've added a little bump, a little dot in the middle, just to give it a bit more dimension. So we're gonna leave this to dry. And as usual, I have my cheat sheet that I did a bit earlier, and it's already dried. And this is a bit tricky. So feel free to please ask for help, because I get a bit confused. So what we want to do is we're gonna have this sheet right in front of us, lying down on the table. Then we're gonna get about 2 fingers width, so about that much. And we're gonna fold it forward, just like that. Again, feel free to ask for someone to help you. So this is what we have. We folded it forward. There you go. And now we are gonna turn the page around, and we are gonna try to fold it back. We're gonna try to keep the same length as the first fold. So there we go. Let's have a look on this side. So this was my first fold, and then I'm just gonna try to keep it at the same length. So now that we've done that, we're gonna turn it around again, and we are gonna fold again the same length, and then turn it around and do another fold. So what we're basically doing is we're doing a zigzag, multiple zigzags on the paper, and it will all make sense when we open it, and we will give that nice fan effect. So I'm nearly done with my paper. There we go. Oh, I'm very close to the end. One more to go. There you go. So I've folded up my paper into a multitude of zigzags, and if you open it, it's then this kind of accordion effect that is the one that's going to give us the fan effect. All these effects. So we're going to make sure that we crease it really nice, so tighten it up. And then we're just going to get about 3 to 4 fingers. I'm going to go with 3 fingers at the bottom, and I'm going to turn it up and twist it up. So this bit is always together, and I'm going to open this one up a little bit more, and voila! We've done a lovely cherry blossom Japanese inspired fan. And if you'd like, you can then stick those lolly sticks on the side, just so that you can have a better hold and really fan yourself away. So this was our tricky fan. The way that we do our slightly easier fan is very, very simple. What you need is a paper plate, a pair of scissors, some glue, our stamp, and our paint. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to cut the rim around the plate, because what we want is the circle inside. So we come over here, we're going to get in there, I'm going to cut all the way around. You can just loosely follow the lines that the plate already has. So we're going to cut it around. Cut, cut, cut. There we go. So we have the middle of the plate without the rim. This is exactly what we want. And then we are going to get lolly stick, and we are going to stick it to the back. Like that. And we're going to press on it for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. So as you see, we already have the base of our fan, which works beautifully and just as well as the other one. So what we need to do is decorate this. And we're going to still use the decorations that we did before with the cherry blossoms. So if you want, you can use this, the same stamp, do the same thing, just splat some flowers around with the stamp. If you find it a little bit hard to use a stamp, because maybe your fingers aren't strong enough, or you just find it a little bit hard to hold things, you can get a paintbrush. I'm using just a normal sized one. You can get a chunkier brush, just come to your paint, dab it on your paintbrush, and literally do some dabs across the paper. Feel free to decorate. Also, if you don't want to do Japanese flower decorations, feel free to decorate it in any other way that you might want. So I've dabbed some brush strokes on the thing, and I'm gonna just also do the same details. I'm gonna add a little dot of dark paint in the middle, just to give it a little bit more depth. But again, feel free not to do it if you find it a little bit hard to paint and do things that are a little bit finicky with your fingers. And there we have it. Here it is. One fan and the other fan. So make sure to make fans for everyone in your family during these nice hot spring days. And let me know what you make. Let me know what you find of the activity, how you find it, if you stuck with the cherry blossoms or if you decided to go in a different direction. In the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you later. Bye.